Happy Gratitude Day, everyone. Today we're going to be working with the themes of compassion and gratitude in our additional sequence after the daily routine. And I want to take a moment to dedicate the class today to Donna Eden, someone who I am very grateful for all of the work that she's brought into the world, the work that we do in these classes every single week, because half of what we do every week is the daily energy routine, and that is all Donna Eden's creation. She's brought so much into the world and given so much to so many people. So we're all benefiting here. So I wanted to hold that space for the class today. Welcome if you're new here. I'm Paige Apgar. I'm an energy medicine practitioner. You can find out more about me at soulslightenergyhealing.com. That link is in the description below. You can also sign up for my email list using the link in the description below. If you do, you'll receive a free self-testing video, and I have some exciting news coming up about that. I have a new course coming out. So if you're interested in knowing more about self-testing, this is the time. Go ahead and sign up. And you'll also receive weekly tips, balancing tips, and also just information about what's going on in the energy right now that you might be experiencing in your own life. So today I do have one announcement. This Friday is the next Metatron channeling on the Insight Timer. You can also look at the link in the description below for the Insight Timer. You'll find me there, and you'll find that event coming up this Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So I'd love to have you join me for that. It's really good energy, and I would suspect that we'll be feeling some of this energy of compassion and gratitude coming through in that one as well. So we will go ahead and jump right in. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. And I'm just noticing that my screen is not quite as wide as it usually is. So if I need to adjust throughout the class, I will. We'll just see how that goes. So let's begin on the cheekbones with our tapping. This is for our grounding process. This is the beginning of the routine, the 4 thumps. We're tapping right on top of the cheekbones. Taking nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. So we take our time here to bring ourselves into the space. Start to feel your feet connected to the floor and really create a nice, quiet, uninterrupted space for you to have your practice. Allowing yourself to come fully into the present moment. Okay, now we're going to come down to the K27s. These are just under the inner edge of your collarbone. And you're tapping here. And if you're here today live, go ahead and say hello. If you're watching after the fact, please post your comments and questions. I will get back to you. Now let's begin sending the energy down through the bottoms of the feet on the exhale. Hi, Pern. Good to see you. And bring it back up through the bottoms of the feet on the inhale. Create a nice cycle of sending out the old and bringing in good, fresh energy from the earth. Rejuvenating the system. Hey, Peggy. I am doing great today. How are you? Hi, Liz. Good to see you. Okay, now let's come down to the thymus gland, which is right here at the center of the sternum. I'm gonna pull the necklace to the side a bit. Hey, Carmen, good to see you. So I'm going kind of lightly just so that I don't overwhelm the microphone here, but this is a good solid tap. So you might even leave a little red mark when you're tapping. We're stimulating the flow of energy. So this is for the thymus gland. And now let's send the energy out through the little toes, down into the earth. And remember, we're always going about 15 feet into the earth when we do this. and back up through the bottoms of the feet, grounding the bladder line. And now let's turn the attention to the tailbone. We're going to come down to the spleen neurolymphatic points just under the breasts. Tapping here to get that spleen energy moving and send the energy down through the tip of the tailbone down into the earth. And come to the spleen 21 point. This is one hand width under your armpit, both sides. So we're just going to finish up our grounding here. I'm going to get a nice full sense. Notice how you're feeling. We're bringing in a lot of body awareness here. You should be feeling a little more centered, more balanced, maybe a little bit more present. Okay, now we're going to flush the spleen line. So starting right here at spleen 21, you will inhale up, come down the sides of the breasts, inside the hips, in front of the knees, in front of the ankles. I think I'm going to lose you on my feet, but you're coming off the big toe. Now we're going to come all the way back up that same line, all the way up, and then exhale off spleen 21. So we'll come up 2 more times. Pulling all the way up, exhale off, last one. And there we go. All right. And I think that today we'll do our homolateral crossover. Let me just shift that down just a bit. So this is the standard marching in place crossover exercise. That was a little bit too much. All right. So you're going to be bringing your hand to your knee, same side of the body. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now the palms are to the floor. Take a nice deep breath in and out. And now we're crossing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And palms to the floor. Deep breath in and out. You do want to twist at the waist when you cross. That was 1 round. We'll do 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And breathe. And cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Breathe. Last set straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And breathe. And finish with a double set of crossing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do this seated. 8, 9, 10. You just be bringing your hand to the opposite side. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Palms to the ground. Couple of nice deep breaths. Okay, now we're going to grab our stools, or I'm going to grab my stool. You can grab a seat for the Wayne Cook. All right. So I am going to put my left foot up on my right knee. My left hand is on my right hand is on the ankle. Left hand grabs the bottom of the foot and you're holding here. Now, if that doesn't work for your joints, you can do this. You're going to put your left foot over your right. Hands come in front of you back to back. Left hand comes up, fingers come together, interlace them, turn them in, and hold. And then when we switch, you'll switch sides and do the opposite. Okay, so back to right hand on the ankle, left hand's grabbing the bottom of the foot, and we're just going to hold here and sink into this. Feeling that connection of your foot to the floor, connection of your hands, one hand to the foot, the other hand on the ankle, awareness to those connections. Pulling up on the inhale, relaxing down on the exhale. So this is a wonderful time for us to bring in some gratitude. And gratitude, of course, we all know is so healing, can really shift us out of negative states and into much higher positive states. So I'm going to have you all just bring to mind something you're grateful for. And I know that a lot of you are also grateful for Donnie Eden. So you might bring that to mind and just send a lot of that gratitude and love her way. And you can send it to anyone else you'd like to send it to. Be generous with your gratitude. I put out an email to my list yesterday about World Gratitude Day and how grateful I am for all of them. And I got some really lovely responses back. So if that was one of you, thank you. I really did appreciate that. So sweet. I want to just circulate that gratitude throughout the system and let it sink in. If you feel you've gotten pulled away into thoughts, just bring yourself back to your breath and back to gratitude. And we'll go ahead and switch sides. So right foot's on the left knee, left hand's on the ankle, right hand grabs the bottom of the foot and hold. Okay, now let's bring that foot down. All the fingertips come together. The thumbs come up to the brow. Take 2 deep breaths here. And bring your fingers to the center of your forehead. Push in and pull apart and down the sides of the face. Hi, Rhonda and Neha. And now we're going to do the crown pull, but I think I'm actually going to stand for the crown pull today. So for this, you're going to come right back up to your hairline. You're going to push in on the inhale, and on the exhale, pull an inch to either side. So we're going to move across the top of the head, opening up the crown chakra, releasing stuck mental energy. A lot of people have lots of that excess mental energy going on, going down the back of the head and down the back of the neck. And when you get to your shoulders, you're going to squeeze and take a deep breath in and exhale and drag to the front. Okay, so for our neurolymphatics today, I think that we'll start right here under the collarbone. And we're just going to work our way across underneath the collarbone. So we're getting the stomach neurolymphatic. Then we're going to get the governing neurolymphatic. And we're coming out to where the arm meets the torso here. We're going to dig in for central meridian. So this is a good solid rub. I'm really digging in. I'm going to come out to the deltoid. This is kidney, so it's just a line right on top of your deltoid. I'm giving that a good rub. And let's get the front of the deltoid, that little circle right there, right on the bone. That's also kidney. Okay, now you're coming to the other side. We're going under the collarbone. Hi, Ria. Getting again stomach and then governing. And working our way out where the arm meets the torso. Digging in. And the deltoid. And that little spot on the front of the shoulder. Okay, and now we're going to come down to the navel. So locate your navel, travel around to the back side, exactly opposite the navel, and rub on both sides. Now we're going to grab the energy that we just released from that point. That's the Mingmen point. You're going to pull it across your waist to the opposite hip. Then you're going to pull it all the way down and off the foot. So you're going all the way off the foot. You're going to grab now and do the same thing on the opposite side. So we'll go back and forth. So we do 2 on each side. This is the belt flow. All right, so let's do our zip up, starting at your pubic bone. You're going to trace straight up the central meridian, inhaling up, all the way up overhead, and exhale down to the sides. 2 more times. And take your 2 middle fingers now. One goes in the navel, the other one comes up to your brow. And you're going to hold. So pushing in and pulling up with both. And holding. And Neha says she's wishing a speedy recovery to Donna. Yeah. holding that nice bright light for Donna. And really just sending lots and lots of love and gratitude her way. Okay, so letting that sink in. See what you notice. You might feel the hookup at the back of your throat where your central and governing meridians are connecting. Locking in all that good feeling, all the gratitude. This is a way of moving things into the nervous system and locking them into the system. It's telling your body to hold this state, whatever that state may be. Okay, now we're going to release that and go into our additional sequence today. And we're going to begin with the left palm on the third chakra. So you're just going to have it resting there. Tilt this down just a tad. So the left palm is going to sit right on the third chakra, just resting. And we're going to breathe. Just get yourself into a nice, comfortable stance. We're going to hold this long enough to connect. And today's sequence works with the third chakra area, which governs the most organs in the body, and particularly the liver and gallbladder sit within the purview of the third chakra. And liver and gallbladder have a relationship, or let's say wood element has a relationship to fire element where the heart is. Sometimes we can hold back in wood and not let that energy flow, whether that's to the fire element or to the earth element. So gratitude brings in an opening. It opens up that energy. So it shifts where we might be holding on in wood, which is where we'd hold on to grudges and old anger and resentments and all that stuff. Gratitude opens that up and allows that energy to move. So you're going to bring your right palm to your throat. And we're just leaving the other hand on the third chakra. Both hands are just resting here. You're not gripping your throat. It's a very light hand here. So we're getting both the fifth chakra and triple warmer. Of course, fifth chakra is our expression. Try to continue to think about compassion and gratitude and how you express those in your life. Maybe where you need to express more of those. Okay, now we're going to bring both hands to the back of the hips. So they're just resting here, both sides. And we're holding and connecting here and breathing. This creates a strong connection with the belt flow. Belt flow is one of the radiant circuits, also connected to the penetrating flow. Helps move energy throughout the body. And a lot of times this is an area where things get stuck. So it's not unusual in sessions for me to find myself going to the hips um, in a process of moving things out and releasing, opening up and moving. So what I'm hearing from people these days is that a lot of emotion is coming up. And there seems to be a common thread around old family patterns coming up. And dealing with family patterns and the associated emotions. So again, retrograde energy is strong, pulling up the past, bringing people back from the past, bringing back emotional and behavioral patterns from the past. Things that you thought you were done with might seem to come back. That's the opportunity to really clear them out. If they're coming back, then there's still something there. Okay, now we're going to bring just the left hand to the small of the back. So this is right at the top of your sacrum. It is the back of your hand is there. So that's pulling energy towards it. The top of the hand is pulls. It's got a north polarity. The palm of the hand has a south polarity and it pushes. So here we are pulling. Now, we are also over the Mingmen point here. This is a powerful point. So we're pulling that energy up as well. The Mingmen dips into the penetrating flow. It dips into a lot of deep emotion, actually, like I was just talking about. So it's all getting this stuff moving, and we're creating pathways, right? We just held the hips, we did the belt flow, creating pathways for that to move. And wouldn't it be wonderful if we could bring in the energy and the emotion of gratitude and compassion into all this old stuff as it's coming up, right? What better way to transmute it and turn it into something new? You know, another thing that's been coming up, I'll hold this just for a couple more breaths, is about, I'm finding people are having the realization that old scripts are still running and they're done with those old scripts. So it seems to be a time right now to write the new script. to bring awareness to that. What old scripts are running? Again, retrograde energy, looking at the past, looking at the old stuff. What have you been playing out over and over and over as if you're just reading from the same script? What's ready to change? And this is an excellent time to write the new script. You don't have to put it all into practice yet. You can just work with the vision and the creation of the new script. Okay, now we're going to release that. We're going to work the heart neurolymphatics. So these are, if you come to your collarbone and come down in a triangle from there, just going to rub deeply here. So we're working on getting that heart energy moving now. The neurolymphatics, of course, are going to send energy through the heart meridian line, really move out the toxins that are there. It also clears out energetic toxins. It gets your lymphatic system going, so it's a lot of clearing. It's specifically related to the heart here. And again, letting go of all the old stuff, right? Old patterns, old emotional situations. Releasing those from the heart. All right, so we're giving those a good rub. I'm really digging in here. So you don't want to bruise yourself, but it is a firm pressure. Okay, now we're going to do something else to stimulate the heart lines. Really simple. You're just going to pinch the end of your pinky. So the heart line ends right at the inside of your pinky, right at the nail. I'm just going to pinch right there, the ends of the pinkies. So we'll do one side, then the other. That gets the heart energy moving. See what you notice as you do this. Okay, you can do that as long as you need to, as often as you want to. No rules about that. Now we're going to move into holding the arms out in front of us as if you're holding a big ball of light. And think of that as your heart space is filling your arms, filling this circle with light. And we're just going to stay here for a couple of minutes. So really make it nice and strong. Breathe it in, breathe it out. You can think about who you'd like to send that beautiful energy to. Just pure heart energy. You can use gratitude and compassion to bring that up strongly. You can also imagine that you're holding the whole world in your arms here and just sending lots of love. Love, compassion, gratitude. Okay, and that is it. You can slowly lower your arms. Aria's asking, can you also do it just imagining? Yes, absolutely. Thank you all for joining me today. Much gratitude to you and to those of you who watch these videos and comment. I really do appreciate it. It's so lovely to hear from you all. And don't forget this Friday, Insight Timer, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Metatron channeling. Do join me for that. We'll build a nice, big, beautiful field and we can fill it with all kinds of good stuff. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you next time.